You don't have to come from the perfect family in order to build a beautiful life. And you don't have to be free of scars, of failures, of past wrongs in order to build something better, build something great today. We all carry something: pain, loss, betrayal, sometimes at the hands of strangers, unfortunately, too often, at the hands of those who are supposed to love and protect us the most. I've felt that pain up close. I know how debilitating it could be. There's an old belief, and I believe it to be true, that if those who are supposed to love us, nurture us, and protect us the most, in fact, hurt us and betray us instead, especially from a young age, that we could build hate, that we could hate everything, we could hate the world. It's true, I've hated them. I know what that grip feels like, and I released myself from it. I released myself from that pain, and I choose to love the world with all its flaws. I hope it loves me back the same way, because I have plenty of my own flaws as well. If you're carrying that weight, if you're failing, debilitated like that, I want you to be set free as well. Then I think the questions become simple, and I think we have to ask ourselves this. What if everything that was supposed to destroy us actually saved us? What if all those things that were supposed to bury us under the ground and keep us there, what if they made you exactly who you're supposed to be right now? Stronger, better, more capable, ready on a launching pad now to go to heights you never believed you could. I believe that, and so should you. Because then the questions become simple. No matter what you've been through, fair or unfair, who do you want to be today, from this point forward? And how do you want to get there? So if you're still here, you're probably like me. You've carried a lot of pain forward, maybe for years, maybe for a lifetime. You felt stuck. You felt like you couldn't get up. You couldn't breathe. You couldn't live the life you wanted to live. I get it, because I've lived that way too. Maybe for you, it wasn't an injury that took away a career that you thought was going to give a beautiful life to you and your family. Maybe for you, it was betrayal or abuse or tragic loss that shattered your world. For me, it was all the above. But I'm here to tell you the truth. You can grab onto and control what's next. You don't have to live this way anymore. This movement is our movement. It's for you. It's for me. It's for us. It's for those of us who want to strive for something better, who want to deal with our pains, who realize there is something better out there. There is a better life. We can build. We can rebuild if that's where we're at, or maybe just build for the first time. You can get fit physically, financially, and especially emotionally and mentally. You can build a whole you, a whole new life. Now, look, I'm not saying you can't be sad. As a matter of fact, it's healthy to let it out, to be sad. What I'm saying is, on my watch, I'm not going to allow you to live sad. There's a big difference. But here's the thing. It starts today, it starts now, and it all starts with you. It's your choice. If you want something better, then you have to face the serious before you can enjoy the silly. You have to face your pain before you can embrace the pleasures of life. You have to face your it. Whatever it is that is dragging you down like an anchor you've never asked for, that's been carried by you for years, that's causing so much pain, you need to face it. You need to name it in order to get past it. Now, look, you may have more than one it. That's okay. I do. We'll handle each and every one of them, starting now. So I'll start, because if I'm going to ask you to bear it all, I've got to show you that I'm willing to walk the walk. When I was young, I had to manage chaos from the earliest of age. My father's rage, his violence towards us, emotionally, physically, daily. We had to deal with this that we weren't equipped to deal with. We were kids. My brother and I, we would joke with each other. We would make fun and try to turn the pain into a punchline, not because we were hiding from it. It was there. But for me, at least, it was a way to manage the pain, to balance myself out, to give myself clear eyes so I could look at it. It was destroying us. but I could clearly look at it, manage it, and deal with it, even at that age. So decades later, our father had been estranged from us for quite some time. We were in the backyard of our house, the house that we hadn't seen in years. And there it was, the dent that seemed to outlive our youth, outlive our father's rage, outlive everything. That dent, how it occurred, I was 7 years old, running from my father for God knows what. That was a daily occurrence. It never had to be a rhyme or reason. He caught up to me, kicked me as hard as he could in the back, and my head hit that door and left that dent. He left me there at 7, bleeding on the ground, with my 10-year-old brother crying over me, not knowing what to do. And there we were, grown men, looking at that. And my brother was enraged. All those decades later, a grown man, I get it, still enraged because it was a microcosm of our life, of our childhood. He yelled, "Let's throw him out again. Let's get rid of him now." And I said, no, come on. If not for him, for us. Let's look at it for what it is. It's a terrible, terrible memory of a terrible thing that was done to us. But it's only a dent. At least to me, that's all it is. That's all it's got left. And I want the same for you. You're my brother. And then we did what we normally did. Well, at least I did. I started joking with him. Not to make fun of him, but to make him laugh. No, look, don't feel bad for him. He made fun of me for years. Okay, at 13, I had a major accident. The smallest injury I ever had was my tooth got knocked out. He loved it when my veneer popped out. He actually grabbed it one time and took off running, giggling. So don't feel bad for him. This was my joke with him for years. Head jokes. So I looked at him. He was serious. He was sad. And I said, well, look, at least he didn't kick you into the door. Because with a head that big, you would have taken the building down. That was it. We were laughing. Stupid brotherly jokes. Again, not to hide behind the pain, but to flip the script. For 10 to 15 minutes, we joked, we laughed. We went from pain to punchline. We were now enjoying the moment. We turned a horrible memory into a victory, at least then and there. In that second, it was ours. Think about the power you'll have if you face what is hurting you, and you can finally get to the point where you can make fun of it. You can take its power away and live such a better life. Now, look, no matter how much you joke or don't joke, whether you do or don't, the scars, they're going nowhere. The dents in your life, the failures, they're there. I'm not saying we want to erase them. No, matter of fact, I think our scars, our failures, they make us more worthy, not less. No, what I'm saying is, though, if we can take the power away, wouldn't it be better for you to own them than they own you? Wouldn't it be better instead if they were just part of your story, if they weren't controlling it? Well, look, that moment could have been a terrible memory. To this day, I laugh. It was a great memory about a terrible moment. And that's what I want for you. We're going to build something here where if you can learn to pinpoint it, no matter what it is, we can face it together. So now I want you to go into the description. We've got a link there. It's going to be part of your happiness plan, a step-by-step way where we're going to pinpoint the its and your ups, which will be in the next video, and start planning out a better life today. I want this for you. You should want this for you. Go get it. And I can't wait to start. So here's the first lesson. You can't rewrite the past, but you can control the rest. The rest of your life, it's yours. It's yours to own. No matter what you've done, whatever's been done to you, whatever you've faced, wherever you've come from, the rest is yours if you want it. I know the pain of wanting everything to just go away. Angry that it won't just get out of your life. Well, guess what? It's not going to. Unless you face it. I'm going to say it ad nauseum. You face it, you accept it, you deal with it accordingly. And if we can get to the point where we make fun of it, then we're going to bully it out of our lives. I'd never tell you to bully a person, but we're going to bully it. And this is something people won't tell you. You know that inner churn you're feeling, that constant anguish, that pain, that anger? You feel like you're in a box you can't get out of? I know it really, really well. Here's the thing. Inside that box, with all that pain, if you give yourself some solitude, because I believe in solitude, we get the best solutions. If you face all of it, all of that pain and anger, clear minded, that's where the beauty comes. That's where we can build a life that we never thought we could build. That's where everything happens. Difficultly, from the inside out. Take the power away. Give it back to yourself. And then the other lesson, most importantly, you forgive not so much for them, although we should forgive, but you forgive mainly for you. Whether they deserve forgiveness or not, forgiveness is for your freedom, for you to live a better life, for you to not be carrying around 500 extra pounds of baggage on your back, thinking that's revenge, when in fact, you're beating yourself up. Now, I don't want that for you. You shouldn't want that for you. I want you to take your script back. I want you to be able to rewrite it or write it from this point forward the way you want. I want you to face it all, no matter how bad it is, because you're worth it. And then, most important part, forgive yourself. For when you didn't know any better, for when you made terrible decisions, all those mistakes, so what? You made more than everyone else? Great, then you have more to learn from than anyone else. But forgive yourself and be kind, because you deserve grace. And you know, the other lesson there is that humor, it's not just a distraction. It's power. It's a shield. Sometimes it's the only flashlight we have in the dark when we want to give up. When you want to stop, when you don't want to keep going, guess what? You can't. You cannot stop. You must keep moving forward, building yourself, building your abilities, your know-how, building you. Please make that promise to yourself right now that you will never stop, no matter how much the pain gets to you. And then I got a call to action for you. Every day, I want you to build yourself a little bit better, physically, financially, emotionally, and mentally. And we can help you with that. But for now, let's put that to the side. Let's find a place, find some solitude, somewhere where it's quiet. You can either look in the mirror and say the words out loud, or you can just say them inside somewhere where you feel comfortable. I want you to understand this truth, that no matter what you've been through, no matter what you've done wrong, no matter what wrong has been done to you, in the end, doesn't matter. Sheathe it all away. Because you know what? We're all just people. Flawed, sometimes wrong, sometimes right. We've done terrible things. We've had terrible things done to us. We've brought beauty into the world. In the end, we're just capable people. There's just you. It's just me, Phil. But you know what? That'll have to be good enough. We'll build this together. Now go get to the link, and the next video will be about pinpointing your ups, and we're going to have this movement, starting today, become one of the most amazing movements we've ever seen. See you soon.